But this time it's called the United States. And there's a little place in Italy called Rome, the Vatican, right? And that is still the center of the Catholic Church, which is Rome, right? Rome. Rome, because it's right. There's no mistake in it. So, verse 6 says, "And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spake against her, no, not one creature upon the earth." So there was rulers from Rome that would do crazy things. They would take their generals' wives, and then they would have sex with them, and then they would criticize the lady that had sex with them against her will. And then he would talk shit about the husband who let that shit happen. That's the scripture right here. "And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spake against her, no, not one creature upon the earth." So that was back then. But now we got a bunch of Israelite camps popping up, which is a good thing. Letting you remnants, those of you who still live for that glory of your Roman Empire, we're letting you know that all these things are happening. All right. So let's see. Verse 7 says, "And I beheld, and lo, the eagle rose upon her talents, and spake to her feathers, saying, Watch not all at once, sleep every one in his own place, and watch by course." So that's how they time for the notes. That's how all these rulers came to place, right? Because they all had to watch on their own space. So Julius Caesar was around 27 BC, and that's the head in the middle. Augustus on 27 to 14, before his death or whatever. And then the Tiberius dynasty was Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, Gable Alto or Aulo. And then the Flavian dynasty, Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. And these all dominated the whole earth. So that's pretty intense, right? All right. So then we got. Now we got to go to. I'm pretty sure you get the gist, but now I'm going to switch to back to Obadiah. All right. So verse 4 says, "Though thou exalt," Obadiah verse 4, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai." So, how do you do that? How does it, it's called prophecy, but how does it know? Because it was all orchestrated. This is part of the plan. So now we're going to look for Jeremiah. $34, $49, and something. $49 and 16. All right. So Jeremiah 49 and 16, thy terribleness. Well, I'll start at 14. Come on, Granny, you're going to cause a crash. Jeremiah 49 and 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather you together, come against her, rise up to the battle. So guess what, man? This is the battle. It might seem like easy, it's easy to come up here. You don't know how much planning it took. You don't know how much stress, work, and all that stuff I had to put into it. And it is a battle. Because you just can't come out here not understanding and not knowing. Someone comes up here with a question, you got to have a good answer. And not just a good answer, the correct answer. Jeremiah 49 and 15. For I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. So that's what's going to happen to America, right? Look what's happening now. It's happening very slowly, but it's still happening. Right now, women have this thing where they want to be happy, right? But they don't know how to be happy. But it's all the man's fault, right? Everything is the man's fault. It's the man's fault that, she's not happy. It's the man's fault that there's not enough money. It's the man's fault that there's war. It's the man's fault that there's this and that. And then there's a battle going on between sexes. Like there's feminism, and they're always talking shit about men, and that's called misandry. The hate of men. And they got a word for the hate of women. It's called misogyny. So there's misogyny means the hate of women, and misandry means the hate of men. How do you live? How do you live in a place where women hate men and the women that hate the men have jobs where men work for them? That's crazy. Verse 16, this is the one. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh Shemel Shai. See, so they had their nest in the clefts of the mountains, right? And some cliffs are almost about 1,000 feet up from sea level. So that's explaining a lot. So now I told you, who the eagle was. I told you why they think they are so high. And now I'm going to go into, that was in the past, and now I'm going to go into the future. And that's in Revelation. All right. Now, this is when you have to understand that it's repetition about things. It's poetic about things, but that doesn't mean that it's allegorical. It's a literal history book. It's literal. It's really happening to you, for you. This is all history. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Now, how are you going to understand that? Remember that first beast that came out? Well, let's count the beast the beast that came out. So there's that beast that looks like a leopard. There's a beast that looks like an eagle. There's a beast that looks like a bear. It's all in relation to the characteristics of those beasts. So let's see right here. The 7 heads. The 7 heads mean the seven ruling nations of Esau. So I don't have a sign that says it, but I can repeat it by memory. All right. So there's Greece. I'm gonna go in all kinds of different orders. There's Greece, Spain, Rome, France, Germany Major, Germany Minor, and England. That's 7, right? England was the last one, but Spain was before that. So those are all beasts, and all those beasts had something in common. All these beasts took it upon themselves to capture people, put them in captivity. Man, just watch the movies, watch a documentary. I'm not just out here whistling Dixie. I'm telling you, watch a documentary. All these people are getting the eyeful right now, but this is important because this, when guys like me are out in your country just talking, that means the end of your little society is coming to an end. All right, Revelation 13 and verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. All kinds of beasts were named right there. That's a confusing thing right here about all these beasts. But let me just tell you about the lion. So you see a lion right here, but that's representative of Judah. Judah is the head tribe, is the king of the nation of Israel. And that king is Yahushua. But, the leopard there, and you can go to museums where they have this guy named Alexander the Great, or the Greek, have you think I'm crazy looking with my garments, but everybody has to put on their garments, right? Even the KKK put on robes and garments and shit like that. Alexander the Great put on a leopard skin to help him identify with his role. That's his role. That's his role. And Alexander the Great, he took over a big territory of land. A big territory of land. You can say from Macedonia, that's about that's on the right. I mean, if you're looking at a map and you're looking at it this way, and this is Italy, Greece is over here, and he took over Greece, Egypt,